The ancient Stoics understood a profound truth about human nature that modern psychology is only now beginning to verify. True freedom comes through disciplined self-control. In our world of endless distractions and instant gratification, the Stoic approach to discipline offers a timeless framework for cultivating the focus, resilience, and inner strength needed to thrive in challenging times. This isn't about harsh self-denial or rigid perfectionism, but about developing the wisdom to align our daily actions with our deepest values and highest aspirations. At the heart of Stoic discipline lies a simple but transformative practice: the daily clarification of purpose. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling the vast Roman Empire, began each morning by asking himself what kind of person he wanted to be that day. He would review the virtues he wished to embody: wisdom in judgment, courage in action, justice in dealings with others, and temperance in his own desires. This morning ritual created a psychological anchor that guided his decisions throughout the day. Modern research confirms the power of this practice, showing that people who regularly articulate and reflect on their values demonstrate significantly greater willpower and decision-making consistency. The simple act of writing down your intentions each morning can dramatically increase your chances of following through on them. The Stoics developed powerful techniques for strengthening self-discipline that remain remarkably relevant today. One of the most effective is the practice of voluntary discomfort. Seneca, though wealthy, would periodically wear rough clothing, sleep on the floor, or eat simple meals, not out of necessity but by conscious choice. This served multiple purposes. It built resilience by proving to himself he could endure hardship. It prevented the spiritual softness that comfort breeds, and it renewed his appreciation for ordinary blessings. In our modern context, we might practice this through intermittent fasting, cold showers, digital detoxes, or other controlled challenges. The key insight is that by regularly stepping outside our comfort zones in small ways, we prepare ourselves to handle life's inevitable, larger challenges with greater composure. Perhaps the most crucial Stoic skill for modern discipline is attention control. The ancient philosophers called this prosoche, the ability to focus relentlessly on what truly matters while filtering out distractions. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that our distress comes not from external events, but from our judgments about them. In today's attention economy, where corporations spend billions designing addictive technologies, this wisdom is more valuable than ever. The average person now checks their phone 58 times daily, with devastating consequences for focus and self-regulation. Stoic practices like the pause principle, asking, "Is this necessary?" before reaching for distractions, or the view from above, putting trivial concerns in cosmic perspective, can help reclaim our attention from these modern traps. The Stoics understood something crucial about human motivation that contemporary psychology confirms. Willpower alone is unreliable. They built systems rather than relying on fleeting inspiration. Epictetus advised his students to first define what kind of person they wanted to be, then consistently act accordingly, regardless of how they felt in the moment. Modern behavioral science shows that willpower functions like a muscle. It fatigues with overuse, but strengthens with proper training. The Stoic solution was to create structures that made disciplined choices automatic, using techniques like implementation intentions. When X happens, I will do Y. Environmental design, arranging physical spaces to support good habits, and ritual building, attaching new behaviors to existing routines. At its deepest level, Stoic discipline is about self-respect and integrity. Seneca observed that procrastination and lack of follow-through stem from failing to value our own time and potential. Each time we keep a promise to ourselves, no matter how small, we strengthen our self-trust and identity as disciplined people. creates what psychologists call a virtuous cycle. Our actions shape our self-image, which then influences our future actions. The Stoics would begin with small, manageable commitments, like making the bed daily, and gradually expand to larger challenges, using journaling to track progress and maintain accountability. What makes Stoic discipline uniquely sustainable is its emphasis on progress over perfection. Even Marcus Aurelius filled his private journal with reminders to stay on track, demonstrating that self-mastery is a lifelong practice, not a destination. Epictetus used the metaphor of a fig tree. Just as the fruit takes time to grow and ripen, so too does our character develop gradually through consistent effort. The measure of discipline isn't whether we never slip, but whether we always return to our path with renewed commitment. In practical terms, cultivating Stoic discipline begins with selecting one area of focus, perhaps waking at a consistent time, eliminating a harmful habit, or dedicating focused hours to meaningful work. The complete Stoic method involves clarifying why this matters, value alignment, anticipating obstacles, negative visualization, creating supporting systems, environmental design, and tracking progress, journaling. This comprehensive approach addresses both the psychological and practical dimensions of behavior change. The ultimate gift of Stoic discipline is the ability to live intentionally rather than reactively. In a world of endless distractions and competing demands, the capacity to consistently choose what matters most becomes a superpower. As Musonius Rufus taught, we become virtuous people by doing what virtuous people do, through daily practice rather than abstract theory. Each disciplined action, no matter how small, builds the foundation of character that enables us to meet life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. The path begins with a single step, the decision to take control of your attention, your actions, and ultimately, your life's direction.